Welcome back to the letdown, ladies and gentlemen. We don't have a guest today, so you're gonna be listening to us three stooges. I hope you're all right with that. Chris,
Yes, sir.
my brother, your first moose.
My first moose. I
Congratulations, dude.
I don't know if you guys want to hear the long drawn out story or the short, uh, made for TV story.
Definitely the long story.
All right, we'll get started with that. We'll get started with that then. So funny thing, Valley and I were, or Valley and I were supposed to go up on the weekend. She couldn't make it for other reasons, so I drive up there, get there at 2:30 in the morning because I couldn't leave till like 9 o'clock, and I had to do some things with the kids and everything. I get there at 2:30 in the morning. My brother gets up at he's up around 6. I can hear him kind of rustling around in the cottage, getting breakfast ready, and so I finally stumble into bed at 7:30. Exhausted, I'm just exhausted out of my mind. So he looks at me. He's like, we'll just drive around. We'll do a little bit of bird hunting." And I guess my dad was supposed to be there, but he had to leave for a doctor's appointment or something. So it's okay. Yeah, let's just drive around, see what happens. So we're driving around. We go to so we said, well, check out the swamp that we've been at. We'll do a few calls, see what happens there. So we walk down to the swamp. Takes us about half an hour, 45 minutes to get out of the swamp. Do a couple of calls. We don't hear anything. But he told me the day before he had a cow calling back to him, and but we didn't hear anything that morning. It was kind of like a really dreary morning. It was overcast. It just rained, so I was like, okay, whatever. So we weren't even seeing any birds because they're not going to come out either. It's cold. It's shady or whatever. So we walk up back to his Jeep, and there's another trail that just kind of goes off near the Jeep. So we took that trail. We end up at the other end of the swamp. Same thing. We don't hear anything. Do a couple of calls. Sit there for about half an hour. Wait around, and it's like my brother's like, "Oh, you want to go for lunch?" I'm like, "Well, I'm not that hungry. Like the lunch, like you made a pretty big breakfast, so let's just drive around or something." My brother's, "Yeah, there's a clear cut I haven't been able to really check." So we walk back to the Jeep. Takes us another half an hour to get back to the Jeep, and the clouds start to break. So I'm like, "Oh, well, maybe some birds will come out, right?" So he's like, "Yeah, we'll drive down this road. There's a clear cut. I think I saw some tracks there last year, so we'll take a look." So we get down. We're driving down the road to the clear cut, and sure enough, a cow jumps out right in front of the Jeep. I'm like, "What the heck?" My brother slams on the brakes, and I'm like, I don't know what to do because we don't have anything ready. I have a shotgun in the front for birds, but I'm like, and my rifle's in the back of the Jeep. So I get out of the Jeep slowly. The thing's not moving. She's just sitting there. I open the door to the Jeep, get my rifle out, load it, and then my brother puts the emergency brake on, and she takes off. But my brother was whispering to him. He's like, "There's something beside us." And then I see this big black thing. It took off too. So we thought it was her calf. So yeah, so we're happy, right? We saw something. Like, holy crap, we actually saw something, and it confirms to my brother that what he's been calling has actually been a cow moose. So we're like, okay, well, we'll just drive down the road where they see what happens. And so we drive for another maybe a minute or two, and there's a guy in a quad runner who's only hunting birds, and he's just standing there. And my brother's like, "Don't tell me he sees the moose." So he drives up behind the guy, and sure enough, we look. There's two. There's a cow and a bull just standing there in the clear cut. And I'm like, "You got to be kidding me!" So this time I had my rifle ready. I get out of the car. They're about 70 yards from me. I get out of the car, walk in front of the quad runner guy. He looks at me like, "What the heck are you doing?" It's like, I'm going to shoot these guys, right? I'm going to shoot one of them. So I shoulder the rifle, and it's a pump action. It's an old pump action bush gun. So I pump one in. As soon as they hear the clink clink, they take off, but they take off away from me. So they're quartered away from me. I'm like, I got no shot. So I'm like thinking about, so this is all like, it sounds like it's happening in like 3 or 4 minutes, but this is like 2 or 3 seconds. So I think to myself, I'm going to grunt at them and see what happens. Right. So I give them a moose grunt. I was like, "Oh, oh, oh," and they look at me and they turn broadside. So she's in front of him and he's behind her. He's using it as a shield, a moose shield for lack of a better term. And so I'm like, and they're getting that full tilt, and I just draw down on it, and boom. And as soon as the trigger went off, she felt like a sack of potatoes. Boom! Hits her. She her face hits the dirt. She's down. Oh, it doesn't kick up or anything. I think she was dead before she even hit the grass. My brother, like, I can hear my brother in the Jeep just screaming. He's like, he can't believe I made the shot. Like it's not, that wasn't an easy shot, right? It's on the move. And the Jeep guys, the guy on the quad's like looking at me like, holy crap. And so then my brother starts to get out. The bull comes back, and the guy's like, "Oh, you can get that bull." I'm like, "No, no, I can't." I'm like, first of all, yeah, it's like no. So my brother and I we go to find it because it's some tall grass. It's like an old, it's a dried up swamp. So you know that like kind of that grass you kind of get. You step in it, and you like everywhere you step, you're falling
Yeah.
deeper and
Yeah.
deeper. And so how they run through there, I have no idea. Because my brother
Well,
and I
they're
must have
11 and a half,
That's
12
true.
feet tall.
Fair enough. So my brother and I are falling all the time. We're on our ass most of the time trying to get to this moose. Finally, we get to her. My brother's like, he doesn't want to get near her because he's not sure if she's dead. But I walk up and I can see her eyes are wide open, and I give it a little poke in the eye and didn't move, and that's when the work began. Right. So my brother and I are not seasoned big game hunters. Like we've been in parties, we've never got to shoot anything big. So we kind of know what to do because we've seen it, but we don't really know what to do. Thankfully, it was about 50 or 60 yards from the road. So my brother pulls his Jeep up. He's got a big winch. We'll hook it around her neck and we pull it all the way to the road. And then we get to gutting and what have you, and eventually get it onto the trailer, get it home, hang it. And so, of course, that night I'm king for the day. Right? They're bringing me drinks. My brother's like just sitting there. He's like, he still can't believe. He's like, dude, I can't believe I'm watching. You actually made that shot. I can't believe it. And he's had a few, obviously. I've had a few, and my dad's like same thing. My dad didn't even get to see it. Right? He eventually got there after the moose had been shot. So I remember my brother calls him on the phone, and he's like, Dad, we just shot a moose. And I can hear on the other side, get the fuck out of here. He's in the doctor's office getting ready to go do his EKG. He's like, get the fuck out of here. And so I was like, he's like, no, I'm not joking. He shot a moose. He's like, I'll be there. It's like, it's gonna be 10 minutes to do this EKG. And so he's in Sudbury. He's about an hour and a half away. I remember when he came flying up the dirt road, my brother and I were halfway through doing the gutting and what have you. And he just flew in there, and yeah, it was pretty awesome. So then we hung it in the shed. We quartered it. And then the next day we finally find a butcher, because it used to be just to take it to a shop. You would take it to a butcher shop, and now none of them handle it. So one of them said, "Oh, you got to debone it first." I'm like, "Well, if I could debone it, I wouldn't need a butcher." So she says, "But you can call this guy Claude." So we call this guy Claude. He lives in Crystal Falls, about 30 minutes away from Sturgeon, where we are. And I should mention we're up near North Bay, between North Bay and Sturgeon Falls. And so funny, we go to meet this guy Claude, and he says, "Oh, your last name's LaFleur." He says, "Are you guys from Sturgeon Falls?" And my dad's like, "Oh, I'm from Sturgeon Falls." He says, my dad was John LaFleur, and he says, "Oh my God, we're cousins."
What?
Yeah,
That's
he's married.
awesome.
He's married into our families.
That's awesome. So he gave
Yeah,
you a good deal then.
it was a good deal. $1.40 a pound to process the whole thing.
Pretty good. So
Yeah.
did you weigh it? How much did it weigh?
Once it was dressed, it was about 450 pounds of bone and meat.
That
Man, that'll feed you.
Yeah, it wasn't again, it wasn't huge, but it wasn't small. He was like, "Yeah, it's a nice cow." Like we saw another funny thing. The other funny thing is we're driving up to the butcher, and there's a cow sitting on the side of a cow moose sitting in the hydro corridor. As we're driving to the butcher, and it was smaller than the one I shot, but she was a beauty, like black, the fur. There was no fleas, no ticks, no mange.
Nice.
So, but
Nice.
yeah, so it was cool. Like it was, I don't know. Like I know you shot some deer in your time or whatever, Misha. But for me, it was once I pulled the trigger, there was that elation, and then as we're walking over, I have a little bit of remorse because I killed this huge creature, right? So
Yeah.
and when I got there, we set I said a little prayer to myself, and yeah, it was quite the moment. Like I couldn't stop smiling, obviously, which you guys know that's hard for me to do. So my face hurt after all that smiling. So, but
Yeah, it's a lot.
yeah,
It's a lot different getting a big game animal like that versus just a couple ducks here and there.
yeah,
I equate duck hunting now with fishing. Like for me, it feels the same. When I first started duck hunting, it was different. I did feel bad at first, and then I started. I treat it the same as it is fishing. But even now with deer, it's still I have a lot of respect for the animal, and I do like hope for that it's a quick kill so that they're not
yeah,
struggling and in a lot of pain. So yeah, like right when you took your shot, you're hoping that it went down right away, which for you, thank God it did.
I did, yeah.
Right. So then you have really no worry at all. But I hope that, the shot's always clean. Doesn't always go that way,
No, not always. Yeah,
yeah,
like I said, I made sure that it was a shot that was at least a broadside shot because it gave me other opportunities, but it's like I'm not going to shoot it in the I apparently there's a way to shoot it in the ass that'll kill it, but I'm not doing that. Like I'm not that. I know my skill. So quartering, I probably could have taken a shot, but I was still like, oh, maybe I can get a better shot. So I just waited that extra second, gave it a couple of grunts, see if that worked, and it did. So it just everything just turned out like perfect. It was like, yeah, that's I couldn't be happier. Like honestly, at that moment, I couldn't be happier. It was just awesome. So great experience. It's an awesome experience.
that'll stick with you forever. Eh?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, your first
For
big
sure.
game animal, and your first big game animal is a moose too.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, dude. So
Yeah.
were you the only one that left with a moose then?
Yeah. So, well, I think a lot of it is we could have gone back for something else, but we were exhausted, man. It was a lot of work. Like I said, we'd never done it before, so we don't know how much things are going to cost. We don't know how much things are going to this and that, right? Like we were so ill prepared. At one point, like we had no rope to tie her because you kind of want to get her on her back, right, with her legs up, so you can kind of go up the same with the deer, right? But so my brother had to hold the leg, right, and I'm cutting, and it w- like I said, we were ill prepared, so because we never, like I said, we never done it before. So thankfully, he had the jeep. We had our knives, which was good. We didn't have a bone saw. We really needed a bone saw. There's a lot of things that they get to just to lose weight because with those they're so heavy. You can't believe how heavy these things are. And I've seen them walking around in person, but once you're up close and personal with them, man, it's like holy mackerel, this thing's huge.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
and the
So
weight.
so for First Nations and then indigenous people, when it comes to big game like that, you do you buy a tag or no?
I don't know. But I also don't want to be the guy who, shoots 5 moose just because I can, right? So
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I want to have enough for my freezer. My kids love wild game, so it's definitely not going to go to waste. Like it'll be, I guarantee you, my brother just sent me pictures of the coolers of how, he has like one of those big marine coolers, the 120 quart. It's full
Yep.
plus another little one, and he's got another one for himself. And so like that's gonna last us like 3 or 4 months of eating moose meat almost every day. So, and my kids will eat it. Like when we've had bear, we've had deer, which I didn't get to shoot. Valerie got the bear, and then a friend of mine couldn't. He had too much deer apparently, so he gave me his buck 2 years ago. So, but yeah, and like that buck lasted us 2.5 months of eating almost deer. We ate deer exclusively almost, and same with the bear. The bear lasted us maybe a month just eating it exclusively. So, but yeah, I'm glad my kids love it. My wife loves it. So yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah, and
You
it's
got
like
any
that's
burgers that you want to bring to the opening shoot
no,
of Royal City?
you'll get some you'll get some ground. Don't worry. Both you guys will get a bag of ground or a couple of
Love it.
steaks or something. So yeah, 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 for sure. I want everyone to try it. I want people to get addicted to this. I, so it's like my buddy Ken Pernew. He's a big Finlander there from Sudbury. He's like, that's the best stuff you can eat. And so it's like, so he says
Yeah.
that you don't need to, he says you don't need to take TRT if you're eating moose every day. So
Yeah, they're straight muscle and dude.
oh yeah, it's tons of protein, tons of protein. So yeah, I'm gonna be making jerky. I'm gonna try all kinds of things with it. So I've never had this much moose. I've always had to split it like 4 to 8 ways, and now it's just my brother and I because my mom doesn't eat moose, so my dad didn't want any, and then my middle brother, his wife doesn't eat moose, so
They didn't take any.
just they're not taking any. So
Nice.
yeah,
So Misha, you doing any hunting this year?
Yeah. Yeah, been out a couple times already for deer and uh the buck on my mind hasn't been around during the daytime yet. Um I don't know if I sent you guys a picture.
no,
It's the biggest
No?
buck I've ever caught on camera. He's 11 points. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but if it'll focus.
No.
Hold on. Hold on. Come on.
Oh, there it is.
there it
Too
is.
far.
Oh, nice. That's nice.
No, okay. Well, you're gonna be looking at from over here, all the way over here. Yeah, the first time I saw him was 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. He was running towards the camera and he jumped. And I had an 8 point on camera ready that was originally gonna be my target buck.
Mm,
And I looked at that picture and I was like, that's not the 8 point, can't be. And then 2 weeks ago, he came out to feed right in front of the camera, was out there for about half an hour, and this time I had turned video on, and he walked out, and I saw I only saw the 4 point or the 5 points on his right antler, and I was like, oh, it's a 10 pointer, like sick, like I haven't had a 10 pointer on cam before, so that's nice. Um, and then last week or last weekend, um, he came out again around 7:50, so about half an hour after I left,
it's a nice buck, man.
and like walked right in front of the camera. Um,
Oh, that's nice.
and then I saw him walking back, and then I saw the 6 point on his left antler. I was like, oh shit, okay, so he's 11 points, awesome. Like I was kind of going a little fanboyish almost. Like I was like, oh shit, 11 points, so biggest I've ever seen, and yeah, no, he's big. I got a couple, two other 8 points, and then a small 4 point, and then spike. I've seen the the smaller 8 point and the 4 point in the field in the evenings, just not within range. And I'm not like a big trophy guy. Like if I see the 8 point and it gives me a good shot, I'm gonna shoot it. The 4 point, I might let it grow. But yeah, I'm not picky. But if I do see that 11 pointer and he's 100 yards down the field, I'm climbing down my tree stand and I'm trying to stalk him.
Gotcha.
I'm not wasting that opportunity. But yeah, I'm excited. Um, yeah,
So
it's gonna be a little bit colder this weekend, so
so
be going
so
out.
do you scout them all year? Like, do you have cameras out all year? Stuff.
Yeah, I have 3 cameras out. Camera's not focused now. Whatever. I have 3 cameras out on the field edge. I have 2 cameras out in the trees. He is betting on the neighbor's property, which kind of sucks. All the bucks seem to be betting on the neighbor's property, and all the does are on mine. So I mean, they'll be coming over during the rut, so I don't really have to worry about it too much. A lot of oak trees. That's where I also put my cameras around oak trees, where they'll come out and feed on the acorns.
Right on.
And then wherever there's a changing environment, so there's almost like a swampy area in the trees, about 60 yards in. So now I put a camera there, and I've seen quite a bit of traffic coming through that section. So,
Right on.
um, it's the same property that I hunted turkeys on. So I was out there earlier in the spring, and I did see a lot of movement. So I mean, like I know where they are, but I also try to like stay away so I don't spook them out as much.
Yeah, yeah.
But
So
yeah, it's nice.
do you use anything like scents or
Yeah, actually, I did some mock scrapes early September, and then I re-upped it 2 weeks ago or a week ago. It was the day after I saw that big 11, like saw the 11th point on him, so I re-upped it. I use that's in my bag. Um, Black Widow scents. So it's like the branch butter and then a forehead scent. sort of thing. So then I'll make almost like a licking branch,
Oh, right on.
and then a scrape on the ground. Dave from Hellcat Outdoors told me to basically taught me how to scrape, make mock
Cool.
scrapes.
Nice.
He told me to do like a 5 foot by 5 foot scrape. I'm like, that's huge. And he goes, well, you got a pretty dominant buck there, so give that a go. So I
There
I
you go.
did 4 by 4. I didn't want to do too big. And then I did the licking branch with the butter, and then mixed it with the forehead gland um, thing, and like boiled it, diluted with water and a spray bottle, and sprayed it on the branches and all the leaves and all that. And it's worked. I haven't gotten that 11 point on cam yet. Like interested in it. I've got them on my other cameras, but I've got the 8 points that are looking at it. All the does love it too.
I bet.
They're there every day, every single night. They're there, so it works. So if you don't do mock scrapes, you probably should, if you can.
Yeah, it's one thing I've never like, because I don't have a property to hunt up here, or down here, I should say. But so I've never gotten to the whole science of deer hunting. So it intrigues me. So, and even like I don't know if you guys listen to Josh's the Caribou podcast with Dave from Hellcat on there, but when he was talking about stalking that moose, and they also talked about other animals and how they and what he does for that too. It's like it really fascinates me. And I think one of the things he said, it was something I like, after I shot that moose, I felt the same way. It's like, man, if I could do this every day, or just be out here every day, you know what I mean? And make a living off of it, I would, but that's just not reality, unfortunately. So I talked to a guy who had been a guide for 10 years. He's like, you can't make a living off of it. So it's a lot of fun, but you can't make a living off of it. So no matter how
Guides
good
can,
you
or
are,
outfitters can't.
guides, outfitters make money off it.
Outfitters
Obviously.
make a ton of money,
Yeah, they make
Yeah.
a ton.
especially like the duck hunting outfitters, man. Those dude makes so much money.
And they must have a blast, literally.
Oh, for sure.
Well, to shoot ducks all day? Oh yeah.
They charge $300 a gun, Canadian,
That's
and
crazy.
then they got all like the new decoys out, the DSDs and all that shit.
Oh, right on.
Oh my god, they got like probably almost $3,000 worth of decoys out there
Yeah.
half the time.
Think
I've
you
never
ever-
done a guided hunt. I just want to say
Okay,
I've
I was
never
gonna
done a
say,
guided
I was
hunt.
just gonna ask.
No, I
Listen.
get like a lot of like
I was about to make fun of you.
the
No.
the videos of them doing that on my Facebook, and I'm like,
Yeah.
it's cool. I'm not paying you $300 to go duck hunting.
Yeah.
I do just fine on my own. Thanks.
Yeah, I haven't been duck hunting in a while, actually. So it's just this finding the time. Like, my God, because again, for me, I don't have property, so I've got to find a place that I can do it. There's a lot up north, so I just got to scout it out, get a good
That's a long
spot.
drive.
Yeah, it is a long drive, but it's worth it. Like I love being up there. So this year I got to get my fishing boat. I want to get a fishing boat in the water, do some fishing off of Lake Nipissing, and get back into doing some duck hunting. And I'm trying to get a trip with Valerie and I when she starts feeling a little bit better, to get up to New Lisker and just do some grouse hunting. So
Hell yeah,
yeah,
love some grouse hunting.
yeah, I love. That's the best. That's my favorite bird, man. That's my favorite bird. Chicken of the bush.
Chicken on the bush. All right, should we get into the segment this episode
Yeah,
now?
let's talk about. Well, first to sort of segue into there, I think we kind of touched on it before, but what do you guys do for like your off-season practice for
Not a
archery?
lot. Not a
So-
lot.
So Misha's not a lot.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Since I tuned my bow last month for broadheads, I haven't shot it.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Which is probably bad. So
It's a little bit bad, but whatever.
it's pretty bad.
Yeah, but Misha's a natural anyways, so he's got this. I go to shooters with my brother and use they redid the netting back there too.
Well, there you go.
Do you guys go weekly or bi-weekly, or?
I mostly go on weekends because with school it kind of fills up my whole week, and then I take courses on weekends because I'm dumb, because apparently I don't like free time. Because why would I want free time?
Who wants free time?
So I book my weekends up, so I get out there when I can
Yeah, that's fair.
on the weekends.
And what are you just shooting paper targets?
Yeah.
Doing 3-spot or
3 spot.
okay.
Yeah, no, I
Lancaster, Vegas, World Archery.
3 spot with the X in the middle.
Okay.
So whatever that is.
So the 2 circles, bigger circle and a smaller circle.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. I don't know what that is, but
That's it's both Lancaster and Vegas. World Archery just has the small dime size circle in the middle. So in World Archery you can only get 10s. There's no X's. So it's a 10 or a 9.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
You off there.
No, go
I
ahead.
was gonna say I'm surprised that you decided to use a rifle for your moose hunt. You didn't want to bring your bow.
I know.
It's probably a good thing.
No, I couldn't imagine the target panic there, man. Honestly,
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is, like, I honestly, even shooting the rifle, like, it didn't even cross my mind. Like, I didn't even think about, there was no thought into, I was just waiting for the shot. And then I remember just a nice smooth squeeze and when the rifle went off and it was like, doof, surprised the heck out of me as she went down. And, like, can I do that on a foam target? Nope. I don't know what the difference is. I just don't,
Well,
I don't get it. But,
the
like,
difference.
so I'm sorry, I'm joking. I do know what the difference is because when I first start out, like when I have to go shoot 3D archery or if I shoot, because in the off season for me, I do a lot of paper. So I try to get about 3 or 4 times a week, just shooting either World Archery or 5-spot, whatever, whatever the game's going to be that month, because they have different series each month here in Ontario. So and Valley are now members of Archers of Caledon. So uh, they have a tournament every month or every 2 weeks in the winter. So, but yeah, so for the first 3 or 4 like the first 3 or 4, because I've been shooting paper lately, and for the first 3 or 4 rounds, it's like 10, 10, 9, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 9, and all of a sudden it's like 8, 8, 10. I'm like, what the hell's going on, right? And it's definitely, some of it is like it's not even getting the pin settled anymore. It's, I'll have the pin settled and then just before I shoot it'll do one of these and I'm like, what the, how did that even happen? And yeah, it's there's a flinch. I think Justin was talking about that earlier too, like he gets the where he's peaking.
Yep, that's
And
it.
yeah.
Because before I could shoot fine, and then all of a sudden I'll be like at full draw, and I'll be like, "Huh?" And like I literally pull it from my face and then let go like a dumbass, or say, right? And I'm like, and then I'm like, "Oh!" But no, I don't know why. I've developed it, and I don't know how to change. I don't know. I
and
guess
it
if I thought about it more, but
and it's worse. It's worse for me during competition. I don't know about you guys.
I
Yeah.
did it twice at the FDCC, and uh, that elk or yeah, the elk that he had on that flat loop, man, I hit him in the spine. I got a 5. But if you look down, it's like the 12 is right there. Like it's because I pulled it off my face. Yeah, it's terrible.
For me, it's like if there's something on the line, I don't like my heart starts beating real hard, real fast. It's like I get nervous. It's very similar to when I'm in when I'm in the deer stand. It's the same thing. As soon as a buck comes out, like it's like buck fever, but it's not. It's not. And like I'll be at full draw, and this for 3D, and I'm looking at where I want to shoot, and the bow starts feeling heavy, but it's not like I'm dropping the pin, but the pin starts, circling a bit more and a bit more. And then sometimes I'll just punch it just to get it off if it feels like I just won't be able to keep holding the bow up.
Instead of just letting down.
Yeah, instead of probably doing what I should do and let down. I haven't peaked like that, like you guys have before.
Yeah, it's
Um, but
it's it's a weird thing, man,
Mm-hmm.
because I get the circling thing once in a while, and I know for me it's back tension. I'm just not, I'm not committed to this shot, as if that makes sense, because I'm kind of on that. I feel like, oh yeah, I'm on the middle, but then it's that back arm doesn't want to lock in that. You lock when you lock that scapula of your spine to keep that steady. It just doesn't want to do it, and then I'll get one of these little flinches in the back where this happens just before I shoot. It'll do that, and then and I'll see the pin. I'll see the pin move. Well, I know right away. It's like, oh, it's gonna be high. It'll be high left for sure every time. Every time I can predict it, a high left or it'll be low right, depending on, or if this shoulder's not right, it'll be like, I think it's like low left. So, or just low. Yeah. So, and I don't, and like I said, like what I was saying earlier there with when it comes to scoreboard or competing, like for me, it's going to sound really dumb. It's going to sound really dumb, but I feel like because, I run an archery club that people are thinking to themselves, this guy, how come this guy's not shooting a 300 every day or whatever, right? And I worry a lot about what people think. Like when I was telling you guys about the provincials when I finished last, that was like the worst day, man. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I thought, oh man, everyone was thinking I'm such a loser. But I don't know. Some people probably cared, but probably 90% of people were just worried about their own scores, right? They didn't really even look at mine. But that pressure, I put that kind of pressure on myself during the match, which is obviously not good for you, right? So, I don't know if you guys do that or if you guys have something that's similar. I know you were just saying, Misha, that for you it's it's like buck fever. What about you, Justin, during competitions?
Honestly, I try and take one shot at a time. That's because you can't do it any other way. So, in my mind, in my opinion, and it's worked so far. Eh, like I know, like sometimes the background noise, um, um, sometimes I'm like, someone will be talking and I'll be like at full draw and I want to listen to the conversation, which I know you can't do. You have to tune that out. But no, no, I, it's
So it doesn't change for you from just practice to competition? Nothing changes? Because I know like you're like
I
when we're just out there screwing around
He's always all smiles,
and your
man, no matter
smiles, you're
what.
positive, but that I don't know if that's
no, I'm
like
I'm I'm positive when I'm
fake
shooting
it till you
too.
make it, or if it's
Well, in my opinion, there's no point in getting angry. I know some people do, but in my opinion, the more you shoot, like, and then you miss, you get angry, and then you go up to your next shot, and then you don't shoot what you like, and then you get angrier, and then it just compounds over and over and over. So then you're like, to heck with this. I don't want to do this. Chuck the bow, right? Right? And because you can change your outcome. You can shoot a 5 and then come back and win the competition. We've all seen it with, look at Benoit. Benoit will shoot a 5 and be like, whatever. You know what I mean? And just keep going. So I don't know. That's just my stance on things. But I try and smile all the time.
so you never lose it.
Uh, no, I probably do mentally, but mentally, but
So, so that's the thing. When you do mentally lose it, because I think everybody does. What do you use to cope? Like for me, there's times where I get so angry. I just gotta walk. Like I just gotta walk around, or I walk ahead of everybody because I gotta calm down. Because I know if someone says something to me, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it on the wrong person, which I don't want to do. I'm supposed to be having fun, right? Even if it's a competition, supposed to be having fun. People like a lot of times I'll walk ahead of everybody because I don't want to talk to anybody. I just want to calm myself down and just try to figure out what's going on with the shot or try to refocus, and I think lately what I've been just doing is just trying to like just laugh at it, right? Just remember, you're just keep reminding myself, hey, we're just, it's just archery, man. It's like it's not life or death. It's just you know. So I don't know what kind of strategies you guys use because I could definitely I could probably learn from each of you on this one because I do struggle with that. Like I really do have. Uh, I know I seem so calm, cool, and collective, but I'm definitely not. So not in the archery, not in the archery thing.
like I said, I just try and keep a positive attitude. I know that, you know what, I'm gonna screw up a shot somewhere. I just can't let that bring me down because then that's going to mess up the rest of my game, right? So
Yeah, I'm the same way. Like I know I'm probably gonna have one shot that gets away from me that I wish I could have back. Every shoot, like it's always been that way, so it probably always gonna be that way. So mentally, I kind of already prepared myself for that. The one time I got like really upset with myself was the galt shoot, the FDCC galt shoot. Part of that was probably just the heat got to me because it
Oh,
was
yeah.
really hot that day. Um, it was the worst I've ever done in competition, and probably the worst shooting I've done since I first started shooting 3D. I shot like a 173 or something like that. First round, no, first round was like a 180 something. Second round was a 163. Some shit like that. I got it up there somewhere. Yeah, and like, oh, I was upset with myself. I kept getting fives, and of course I was shooting with Benoit and everybody else that's first to fourth, and I'm competing with them, and they're all shooting great, and I'm struggling, and everyone else around me is doing better than me, and I hate when people are doing better than me. I'm a very competitive person,
I
but
hear
like
you, dude.
mostly with myself. Like, if I'm shooting with somebody and they're shooting great, I'm happy for them. If I'm shooting bad, then I'm pissed off at myself because I know what I'm capable of. And like I'm always competing with the best I've ever been. Like, when I finally shoot my best round, I'm like, hey, now I gotta beat that. And if I don't beat it, I'm not as happy, even if shot 1 point less. So yeah, I shot great today, but I've shot better.
Hmm.
I'm always competing with myself, which can be good, but it can be very mentally draining because I
That's
know I've shot like 200 point plus rounds multiple times, and there's times when I've actually been pissed off that I've shot a 204 or something like that, and I don't know. That's just it can be mentally draining, but you have to remember you are there for fun.
right.
And that's the one thing is like when you go in for lunch. I may not have shot so well. I talked to Justin, and all of a sudden I'm happy again because he's all giggly and laughy, asking how I'm doing and talking to everybody else, all the friends that are there, and now I'm chilling out again and I'm calm again. But yeah, it is hard to get back into it mentally when you're pissed off at yourself. But you do have to remember it's just for fun.
Yeah, it's even when you're shooting for prizes and money, it's still really at the end of the day, it's you're that's the thing about this game. It's like golf, right? You're always playing against. You're really playing against yourself. You're not playing
Mhm.
against. It's like not like hockey or football. Where you're playing against another. You can't really. You can't really change the outcome by being better than the other guys, right? It's just you got to be better than yourself, and then eventually, I guess you get to a point where you're better. You are better than a couple other guys, and you get to a match and you get lucky and win a few, right? So yeah, I think what was I gonna was gonna say something. Now I can't remember what it was. So when you're on the line, you're ready to take a shot. Now this debate is gonna be this is like an age long debate, but what's better, letting down or forcing a good shot?
I don't let down. That's my problem.
So knowing what I know now, I've learned to let down. But before, I would have just shot and went to heck with it. Let's go. I'm gonna send it. But yeah, now I actually let down. Um, I guess that also depends on what I'm shooting at. If I'm in a group and it's all for fun, which most of this is supposed to be for fun anyways, but if it's all for fun, then sometimes I send it. But like if we're talking anything serious, like a competition or like I want to beat Misha on we're shooting league and I want to beat Misha for once. I tend to let in and then redraw.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I try to let down. I could probably count on one hand the amount of times I've let down, which probably isn't good. Because I've had a lot of shots where like I shoot it and I'm like immediately, as soon as the arrow left, I'm like, I should have let down.
part of that because you use back tension, hinge release. You think?
What like like I'm scared to let down?
Because I'll be honest, when I have a back tension, I won't even think about letting down. I'm worried. Worried I'm gonna.
No,
Cause
no,
I
like I don't have a problem. Like I can let down with it for
okay.
sure. Like, okay, there's times when I've been shooting and I've had to let down because I noticed that my yardage was wrong or the field point was unscrewed and I just noticed it because I heard it rattling, or some other reasons. So like I've let down a lot because of that, but I haven't let down like during competition or during like just like a regular shoot or practice or whatever during a round. Like I know how to do it with a hinge, especially with the UV hinge. It's actually a lot easier to do it because you can pull the hinge straight back. You don't have to like turn it
Okay.
almost. It's like the way it's made is like the hook is almost like parallel with the fingers. So like I can pull it back like that and I can let it down like that, no problem. It's not a I haven't had an issue with it. I haven't let it go off on me um without expecting it yet.
That was always my problem with the hinge. I remember trying to let it down a few times, and I'm either high into the ceiling or you know, or I'm shooting in the ground like 20 feet in front of me. So, which both count as a zero.
See, and I'm afraid to try a hinge because I'm gonna punch myself in the face. Right? I
Yeah,
don't
for the
want to.
first couple times is scary. You get used to it really quick though.
I bet, but it's the whole point of drawing back, and then if you, it's because it's all pressure, right, on your hand. So if you twist the wrong way, it goes off, and
And don't
no,
twist your hand.
Yeah.
yeah, well,
Just pull like
that
this.
that's easier said
Because
than
like
done.
all when I draw, my hand's always like this, and I bring it back. I'm set, and it never moves. My hand's always the same way. Before actually, like before, so Josh from Caribou Media told me that you could do it with the UV hinge. You can pull it parallel with the string. I didn't know that, so I was always pulling it, with like my pointer finger and then my middle finger, and I would pull like that while the pressure's there, so it's not going to go off. And then I don't know what the other fingers are called, but they're just like sort of floating. Yeah, my ring fingers just sort of like
Pinky
floating
ring.
there
Yeah.
until I'm ready to shoot, and then they do the work. So like if you do it that way when you do your pointer and your middle finger, it's not going to go off.
I don't know. It's still scary. So
I'll let you can use it next year. I'll let you try it, and
okay.
then you can see what happens. You're
I've
never gonna punch yourself in the face.
I've never, like, it's funny. It's the only release I've never punched myself in the face with is a hinge. I've had them go off. Funny because I was trying to let down, or I started thinking about something else while I'm at full draw, and they've gone off. But I've never punched myself in the face with one. I've punched myself in the face with thumb once, and
Yeah, I do
then
too.
the wrist strappy. I've punched myself in the face a few times with one of those. Oh, does it ever?
Mm-hmm.
The worst part about it too is, when you get punched in the face, you're ready to punch somebody, but who do you punch, right? You're gonna punch yourself again? Boom! I just punched myself. I knocked myself out here. So yeah, it's the worst. I know it
Yeah,
was yeah.
Yeah, I
So
can still feel it. I
I had
was
like the old um Scott Little Goose Index one, and the first time I ever used it, I pulled it back and it went off because I did accidentally hit the trigger, and it came back and hit me and busted my lip.
ugh, yeah, I split my lip here with mine.
And then ever since that, I started putting my finger like behind the trigger, and I could like push it,
Okay.
push the trigger this way, and then pull it back at the same time, so it wouldn't go off again. And now I
Yeah.
use a hinge, and I don't need to worry about
You
it.
don't have to worry about it exactly. So do you hunt with a hinge? Like, I think I've asked
Yeah,
that before.
yeah. I it's fine because like I can punch it if I need to, and
Yeah,
it's only it might be off by like a couple inches, but nothing too bad.
yeah.
I mean,
That's
I
the
try not to.
that's the huge myth about the hinge, right? Is like, oh, it's back tension, this and that, and it's no different than any other release. Like, you can make there's a way to make it to activate it with you can punch. I think Matt Wilkie always used to say that you can punch a hinge, and it's like, yeah, because you can either just let this finger go really quick, or you can pull you just grip it really tight and it'll go off. So, yeah. There's no perfect release. I think it was just a way for release makers to sell more releases and tell you that, this one's going to help you get better at this and this one's going to help you get better at that. So, you just got to find the one you like and go with that.
Yeah, a lot of people go through quite a few different releases to fix it, and also like when it comes to target panic, switching a release to something else could help it temporarily.
Yeah.
It's not
yep.
a permanent fix. So
It's
if you
always
think that
temporary.
switching from a button to a hinge is going to fix your target panic, sure it would for however long, but it's going to come back eventually.
Yeah. I tell people this
And you
all
could
the
just
time.
switch back and forth. Let me try the button again. Oh, let
Yeah.
me try the hinge. And that's not a solution. You have to get down
Yeah.
to the actual problem.
You change anything on your bow and it will make you a better shooter for could be up to a week.
Yeah.
Because
The
what happens is
placebo.
it resets your focus, right? Because now you're more focused. Because now if something's different, you're not used to doing it that way. Your body's it's like, oh, geez, like my draw leg's a little longer or whatever, or my draw leg's a little shorter, or anything like it. Because I was listening to George Riles once, and he was talking when he had what he'll do sometimes when he's at a tournament with his kids. He runs a school or whatever, and if someone's having a hard time, like they're missing, he'll walk up and he'll crank the limb bolts, or he'll whatever, like he'll just change something on their bow, and all of a sudden they're shooting tens again, right? And it's just like it's just sometimes just that little change makes you just concentrate a little bit harder or focus a little more or whatever. So I don't know. I was listening, and I was also listening to John Dudley once, and he says that he's got like a pouch full of hinges, and they're all set to different uh, you know, different weights, or not different weights, but different angles. Like, I think he's talking about hinges or different weights on his thumb, so that when he pulls it out, he doesn't know what to expect, and that helps him with the sort of thing that we all struggle with, called target panic. So, um, I guess there's all kinds of little games, but you know, at the end of the day, it's all just focus. It's all focus. And
All mental.
it's thinking through your shot, thinking, not letting thoughts do the job, but you have to do the job, right? So I think that's the biggest thing. So that's what's going on inside our heads, you know. So
Which one of us do you think would give up mentally first, second, and third during the tournament?
that's me. Yeah, I'm first every time.
Yeah, I think I'd be second.
I'm pretty patient.
Yeah, we know you are. If I had your patience, oh my god,
Yeah, me too.
it'd be so good.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
working like it's just another skill, right? These things aren't just like some people are obviously like for everything else, you got natural ability, whatever. Like some people is more naturally patient, but it's all things we can build in ourselves, right? So it's like this year, I'm really working on the mental game, because that's my biggest struggle is the mental game. Like my form is pretty decent now. It's all now it's just fighting this guy. So that's a big battle because I've seen the size of my head.
That's the never-ending battle, though, when it comes to archery, is the mental
Yeah,
game, though.
yeah.
You can correct your form to the point where it's almost perfect,
but
and you
the
can
thing
have the
is,
same routine down where it's, the routine's the same every single shot. But if you are losing the mental battle with yourself, it's gonna be a problem.
yeah, the
I
thing
try to,
is,
like I try to have music on whenever I play or
oh,
whenever I shoot.
that's good. Like,
That's my group. I'm like, "Do you guys mind if I play music?" If, most 95% 99% of the time, they're cool with it. I mean, I still make it like it's quiet enough where only I can hear it, like it's in my vinyl pouch.
Okay.
And if they want to hear it, then I'll turn it up. But that sort of helps calm me down a little bit.
So what are you listening to?
Country music,
well, if
Country.
we're
try to
ever
keep
in
the
a
heart rate down.
if we're ever in a group, just turn that up, okay? I'll listen to it all. I don't care.
Yeah, I remember I
Le-
was shooting with Jono and last year, and he was playing like heavy metal and shit like that. I'm like, dude, shut that off. Like, I can't listen to that right now. Like, I need something calm. Like, I need some country music talking about dirt roads and cornfields and
yeah, but
sexy women, please. I can't listen to.
sometimes that has the opposite effect though. Like the metal music or the heavier metal music will calm you down, right? Just
It
because if
depends
you're
on
in
the
an angry
person.
mood, you're just like, all right, let's do it, and then you go shoot.
Sure.
I'm with John. I like I like listening to the. I can't listen to music while I'm shooting, but to gear myself out, like when I used to play hockey or whatever, or football or whatever, I would definitely be cranking up the metal, amp myself up. Archery, man, I don't know. Like I know when Valerie and I we're driving to the range. I'm hoping that I get to control the radio. Guess what she does. She and I do not have the same taste in music. Although
What's her taste in music?
she will listen to what I listen to, but she's a little more open than I am.
What's her taste in music?
She likes like the more like that I don't know what, I don't even know what you call it. It's kind of like the hip hop party kind of stuff, right?
R&B,
Some R&B, some, I'm trying to think of, I can't even think of
reggae.
the artists. Definitely not reggae. Definitely not reggae. No, not reggae.
Mm.
Not like pop, but it's mostly pop, right? So she likes pop, and I do not like pop.
What?
I do
Come
not like
on.
pop. No, I don't. I love country. I like especially old country. Love old country. Love rock. Love the blues. Hate jazz. Really
Yeah,
hate
we can agree
jazz.
on that.
So, but yeah, and then like I like so when I grew up, I'm much older than you guys, obviously, but I grew up listening to like the beginning of thrash metal, the Metallicas, the Slayers, the that sort of thing, Anthrax, and then I moved into some pretty like some more of the dark death metals and stuff too. So I still listen to that stuff, and when I used to jam with a bunch of guys, we'd jam that stuff. So uh, for me, it's just it's all nostalgia, right? So it's I had a friend once. He had his theory was, the pinnacle of music for you is when you were 16. So when I was 16, that's what I was listening to, and I still listen to that music. And I was listening to country as well because when my parents had parties, that's all they played. Be George Jones, Johnny Cash, Willie Nelson, Conway Twitty, that stuff. That to me, that stuff's it's fantastic. I can listen to that too. So
I never
pretty eclectic when it comes to music. Like I also like to listen to classical and uh, I listen to I've been to a few operas back in the day, but I do love music. Just jazz, no, can't do it. I just can't do it. So
y- that actually makes sense because when I was 16, all I can remember is 80s music. And
there
that's
you go.
pretty much a lot of my playlist is 80s music. And I'm like, so what you said is like, huh, this is weird because that makes
That's
sense.
so far 2 out of 3 is his series holding true. So
I'm
You guys
like,
are old, man.
I guess so.
I'm just a little bit old. I'm just
Well,
a
you would
little
have
bit
been
old.
you would have been more listening to 90s, right? When were
Yeah,
you
but
born, Justin?
87. But still, my
Yeah,
parents
you would have listened to the
lasted 80s
90s.
all the time. 80s, 90s, right? So that was the era. So I can the 80s greatest hits. You know what I mean? I can still uh recollect the whole thing. I can also remember smoke rings around the ceiling fan, right? Like,
Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
yeah, you know what I'm talking
All
about,
right.
Chris. The go in the room. The parents are playing cards. All right.
Yeah.
And then a guy
Moral of the
like,
story, archery and music sometimes go together.
oh,
They
that's
totally go together.
Yeah, if you're having target panic, you try listen to music. If you don't listen to music while you shoot, something wrong with you.
Or if you
I'm
don't
just
listen to
saying.
music and you have target panic, try listening to music.
Yeah, try it out. Listen to music. Listen to your favorite songs. Whatever you listen to when you're chilling out, put that shit on. See if it works. See if it calms you down a little bit.
yeah, I don't know.
Give it a try.
I don't know, normally listen to music to calm myself down.
All right. Well, then amp yourself up
When you're
and then
chilling
just
out,
be
or
like,
yeah, amp yourself if you
oh,
want to
boom,
try.
right?
Amp yourself up.
I
Give
should.
it a go. You won't know until you try it.
Well, it's a funny thing. I don't like to admit this, but I do have like a running soundtrack in my head, and it comes out sometimes. Like I'll be out there, and people will say something, or it'll trigger a song in my head. But there's always music in my head.
There you
So
go. So you do have
yeah,
music playing.
like it.
It's not the right song.
So this is kind of way off topic, but it freaks Valerie out. So Valerie is, she's got her this in music, that in music. She's got a master's in music, whatever. Right? And when we used to jam together, play together, I don't know, I don't count. She counts beats and what have you. I don't count. Like I will listen to a song and I will know the rhythm, and I will know I'll have a basic idea of how the song goes, when to when the music when the singer comes in, when the bass comes in, when the drums come in. I just do that by feel. Like she has to, so like Valerie plays the piano and then she also plays drums, so she has to count it out, and I like she was always baffled. She's like, I don't know, how do you do that? Like I'm like, I don't know. I just can do it because there's always a song in my head. Like I remember songs. Like I remember the lyrics of songs. I remember like I can sing. I could probably sing the whole. I could sing the all the three first Metallica albums, probably every song on there. If you just start playing it, I'll be able to sing it. I'll know when to come in. I'll know all the lyrics. I'll know all the breakdown. I'll know the whole song. Like it's just I just have that kind of memory for music. So it's a weird thing. So when I'm out there actually shooting, I have music, but it's in my head. So because I've always got music in my head. So
Well,
which I
then
know it's just weird, I guess. So
what?
there you go. We're
Maybe
going
it
down a
needs to.
weird path here today on the
Well, maybe it needs
on
to
the
come out.
podcast. So,
Maybe the music needs to come out.
yeah, well, it does sometimes. So when I get really frustrated, it comes out.
No, but
Or
I
or if
mean,
I'm having a lot of fun, it comes out. So
that's what I mean. Why don't you put it on your phone or get it whatever and play it out loud?
maybe I will.
Like put it in your pocket, put it in your um chest bag or whatever, right? And just let it play. It doesn't have to be screaming loud or anything, but so you can hear it and it may calm you down.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that.
Play some like death metal, amp you up a little bit, and be like, oh, you know what I mean? Smoke an 11 every single time.
Exactly, man. You don't know
There.
until you try.
So there you go. So music is the reset button for you guys. For me, it's just taking a walk. I need to take a walk. I need to walk ahead of people, reset my mind, and then get back into shoot, get back into the shot. So and try to forget about those other shots.
That's the key.
Fish. Be a goldfish.
Be a goldfish.
That's right.
Exactly.
Important.
3-second memory.
There we go. For myself, anyways. There's a lot of guys out there. They haven't had the chance to go hunting, or they haven't had a chance to go shoot archery. They don't have the chance to do that kind of stuff. And it's nice, if someone give them a little advice before they get out there and try it. Give them a little confidence, maybe inspire them to go out there. So I think that's something I'd like to talk about a little more. I don't know who we're gonna have on next week. I'm working on a couple of people, so we'll hopefully they come through. So anyways, Misha, tell us where we can find you on social media.
Sure. Instagram, my personal account is misha.carousel. Then I have my YouTube channel, Stray Sons Archery, and it's the same on Instagram, Stray Sons Archery. It's my more archery-oriented account, and got some t-shirts on the way.
Nice.
Yeah.
How about you, Justin?
You can find me on Facebook or Instagram. Just Google Justin Harrison. It'll pop up.
He's brand new to social media, believe it or not. So
I don't do the whole
He just got Instagram, actually.
I literally just got Instagram. Okay, so I'm not huge onto social media. I'll get there eventually, but we'll get there.
Awesome.
You'll get used to it, Grandpa. Don't worry.
Then you can also find our club at royalcitybowman.ca. We're going to be updating that website very soon. It needs a lot of work. You can find me at Chris Crunch on Facebook, Wolf on Instagram, and you can find us all on the Letdown Podcast on both Facebook and Instagram. Don't confuse us with the ladies. So, okay. So, I'm not sure if you guys know, but the letdown is also the term when women are breastfeeding. So,
I didn't know that, so thank you.
Yeah.
so
Look it up. Look it up.
Yeah, I was
You're
quite
like,
shocked when I Googled it after.
It was Eric who brought that up, and I was like,
yeah, Eric.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Thanks a lot, Eric.
Yeah, you wrecked it. You wrecked
change
it.
the name of this now.
So, I was gonna I remember when Eric first saw it, I was gonna change the name to the Letdown Archery Podcast, but I'm like, what the hell? It'll be good. It'll be a good joke. So, anyways,
I think it's a great joke.
Yeah. On that note, fellas, have a good night.
Was I supposed to say something after that?
I don't know. You guys can say whatever you want.
Yeah.
Right, aim straight.
Have a good night, guys.
That's all I
All
got.
right.